All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, which you're on right now, over 360 cop stories. Look them up, 7, 8, 9 minutes, depending on content. A lot of gross alerts. That's our highly viewed ones because it's Vice. I had 2 years of Vice, 2 different areas, outstanding. And then we have the normal stuff, exploding bodies, running dogs that stop at red lights, foot pursuits, vehicle pursuits. They're my babies. Please look them up. In addition, on that same site, over 200 questions and answers. So if you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com, and I'll answer your questions directly, and then we'll put it on video. This question I couldn't answer directly because it asked me, how do you train a recruit out of the academy? Got a bunch of videos of this one. A lot of them. Covered everything I could think of. Now I'm down to the final one because it's 40-some years later, and I'm all out here except for the last one, which is I left the last one for kind of the best one I thought. Politics involved, recruit being retained, and all that good stuff. Okay, I trained about 5 recruits at one division, then I transferred out and went to another division. Became a community relations officer, but I was also still a train officer. I had another 4 or 5 I trained while I was there before I went to Vice. This was one of them. And I don't want to title it failed recruit because you'll see in the story, we might modify that because one of my friends here asked me, did I ever fail one? Did one ever fail recruit? This one kind of. And the reason why I say kind of is I'll explain to you. I did 2 videos, but here it is. I obtained this recruit, and he had 2 months left before he was going to make, or going to be up for evaluation. 2 months. He'd been 4 months out of the academy. He'd worked this particular division, different watches. He worked the morning shift, midnight to 8, and then he worked the day shift, which is like 7:30 to 4, and then now he's on night shift with me because I like to work nights. So I got him. He was, I'm pretty sure they put him with me because this was a predominantly black area. They had lots of black officers here with white officers, obviously, and they had some Latin officers. Because remember, the communities want to be represented, want their police to represent them. So it's a black area, so they wanted predominantly, well, they have a lot of black officers, but in the ratio, a lot more black officers here than probably other divisions, in percentages. It was like 400 and some officers here. So we probably had another maybe 80 uniforms. No, I'm sorry. Maybe 70 blacks broken up into 3 watches. That puts about 25 or 30 into each watch, maybe 25. And then, of course, they're paired up with Caucasian or Latino officers. That's the makeup of this. Usually we call them salt pepper teams. It's usually a black and a white, black and a Mexican, blacks and blacks, but they mix them up to reflect the community. The community wants to see that. Now, consequently, when I worked the Latin area, it was mostly Latins and Caucasian officers with a few blacks intermingled, so that's the way it is. So they put this guy with me. He was a Latin recruit. And I think they did it on purpose because they wanted to have a Latin trained officer. Well, I got him in there, and boy, I'll tell you, this is going to take a while. You expect someone that's got 4 months in to be able to know a lot of stuff. So we get in there, and I'm trying to ask some questions, where you work and all that. Well, the problem is, he worked what I call the cursed watch. The cursed watch is day shift. Because over there, the day shift, they have a few malls in this division. And what happens is, when you work a day shift, a lot of guys have like soccer after work. A lot of guys have off-duty jobs. A lot of guys don't want to work. So the guys that don't want to work or just barely get their salary work the day shift. So they have evenings off, holidays off, weekends, and that's fine. But what happens is it's a disservice to this recruit. Because let me tell you what they do on day shift. They get a radio call, go to May Company, pick up a shoplifter. So the police go there. That's what he did. And security's got this guy in custody. They run him, they hook him up, they take the evidence, and they come back to the station and they put him in there as a felon because usually they have a record or they used some kind of a box or a purse or something, makes it a burglary instead of just a plain theft because they were thinking ahead. It isn't like a spontaneous, I'm stealing something. They planned to steal. So that's their arrest for the day. They do that, they go to lunch, by that time the day's over and they're done. It takes 2 or 3 hours to do this. That's what he did for like a month and a half, 2 months. Never made any observation arrests, never chased anybody, never make a narcotic arrest. You see what's happened here. They're in the day mode where they get called to go places. They get called to go there. Well, if you get called to go to May Company, why can't May Company arrest the guy? Why do I have to have the police officers go there and tie up 2 officers? And why don't they just bring them to the station, let them do it? I always thought that. Why? But then, they could get hurt. The suspects will hurt them. They don't have transportation. Okay, fine. So that's what he did. So I found out, okay, great. So I had to go back to square one. We hit the streets. First 2 blocks, I make a right turn. Where am I? One of my videos, I told you back, they have to know where we're at. He goes, well, I think we're on, what if I got shot? I had to go back to him being almost out of the academy. 4 months out. I said, no, you're going to work for me. You're going to have to know every street we're on. Oh, well, okay. Well, we usually mostly stayed on the big streets. That's your answer? Okay. Well, not here. We're going to go down alleys. We're going to check for dope dealers. Oh, okay. Well, without getting into too detail, I found out that he was very lacking in being able to observe things. You see that ticket? No. All right, pull a car over, write a ticket. See that ticket? No. I pull over a car. This is the first day. I said, okay. I pull over to a parking lot. I said, look, here's the problem, buddy. I said, I don't need to be writing tickets. At that time, I had 9 years on. 9 years on. I said, you need to be writing tickets. When's the last time you wrote a ticket? A month ago. A month ago? I said, well, I got news for you, buddy boy. You're going to have to write at least 6, 7 tonight. We're already 3 hours into the shift, so you better hurry up. Oh, okay. Now he doesn't know what to do. Okay, so we're sitting there, and now he's looking for a ticket. I said before, most officers tell you, when you look for a ticket, you never see it. If you're looking for a cop, you see somebody cut you off, there's no cops around. You're looking for a ticket, you won't see tickets. Tickets just happen. I said, calm down, you'll see one. Oh, okay, because he's all got him fired up. Sure enough, within 5 minutes, he sees one. That's your ticket. Pull it over. Now I'm watching him. Puts a ticket book on the hood of the police car, leans over, and is writing the ticket. Told you before. Looks bad. It is bad. His gun's sticking out. Suspect's standing there. I have to stand between him and the suspect. Suspect takes one step to grab his gun, which is sticking out because he's bent over the hood. Gets done. Gets back in the car. Drives off. Come here. Who taught you how to write a ticket like that? Well, it's easier that way. You're not going to write a ticket right in front of me. That ticket book up here and you write like this. Where'd you learn that? Well, because on day shift, the first month and a half or so, 2 months, he worked a morning shift, hot shift, midnight till about 2:30, rest, deuce watch, all that stuff. And then kind of dead in the hours of like 3 to 4:30 or 5. And then he made some more rest, traffic coming. But then he lost it on the day shift. He lost it. It's like, I go, you got form, you're coming up on your certification here. You got to come up and, they said I was doing really great on the day shift. Yeah, that's day shift chasing shoplifters. That's not police work, bro. I got news for you. It isn't? No, it's not. We're going to get some dope dealers tonight. So I had a spot in my area that I could hide in an alley and then jump out and grab guys selling marijuana. And so we did that night. Made him write the report. Oh my gosh. It's like watching someone for the first time that's right-handed write a report left-handed. That's how it looked. It looked like someone got a chisel on a wall and trying to write the Declaration of Independence with a hammer and a chisel. It's horrible. I read this and I go, well, first of all, his punctuation's kind of not that good. Kind of not that good? Real good. Not very well. And then he's got running sentences. And I'm not an English major, but you can just write, he's writing like a compound sentence. It's like, it goes on and on and on. So I had to correct him on the report. I thought, oh my gosh. Okay, so then I booked the evidence. Okay, so the next night, we came out again. We did back to another spot where I have some heavy narcotic. It was cocaine, I think it was. So we grabbed him. I told him, tell you what, I'm going to write the report this time. You book the evidence. A little bag of coke. Okay, fine. So we go back to the station. I got, like I said, we didn't have computers. It's just a couple of number 2 pencils and 4 sheets of blank paper. Somewhere on the report. He's over there staring at the cocaine bag and all the stuff to book it. He might as well be trying to build a rocket to the moon. He just sat there and stared at it. And he goes, I go, how you doing? I'll get in a minute. I'm almost done with my report. What are you doing? I didn't tell him that, but I'm like, well, get it done. How many of these you've done? Oh, only a couple. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, look, this is what you have to do. Put that there, do that there, and do that. Oh, okay. So now he's got it where I think he's remembering that he used to do it. So he's doing it. Pretty soon he's in his mode. He's doing it. Okay, fine. So then, I'm not bad-mouthing his writing in the sense that it looked like something in a cave, but it wasn't very smooth the way he wrote. It was very jerky. It was very hard to read. And this is going to go, I got news for you, kid. This is going to go in front of a court. The judge, defense attorney, and district attorney is going to see your story. I told him that later. Everybody's going to see this story. From our sergeant to the watch commander, and then in court, district attorney, the defense attorney, the judge. You got to make it look nice. You got to make it flow. We're not college graduates, but you also just make the basic stuff here. You can't be doing this. Oh, okay. So, okay, fine. So this is the way it went, like a week. And what I do many times, pull the curve. Where am I? Look around. Can't do this, man. Okay, now I have to evaluate them weekly. Oh my gosh. Okay, 8 weeks of this. Okay, 2 months every week. First week, I wrote the evaluation, gave it to my supervisor. He looks at it and goes, And my supervisor at the time was an SC graduate, really nice guy. He became chief of police of some agency up in Northern California when he retired from our department. Very sharp man. Young, like me, sharp. He goes, wow. I go, yeah. And let me tell you something else. I told him what I told you. We need this, this, this. And he goes, oh, man, it's like having a recruit out of the academy. I said, oh, he's 2 months away from being certified as a cop. This isn't going to work. I'll work on him, man. I'll come out and help you. I said, okay, fine. I'm going to work on him. I've had trouble a little bit before, but usually they come to me tenured already, ready to go. I'll get off here. But before him, I had a guy that had 2 months left. Armenian guy, great guy. Oh my gosh, terrific officer. I even tried to get him to date my sister because she was single at the time, and they went out, but they didn't get along. But that's okay because that's how nice a guy he was. I'm not going to present my sister, my eligible sister, to some creep. Okay, nice guy though. So, but he was ready to go. I mean, he got in that car and we were off and running like a tenured officer because he learned all these 4 months before I got him, how to do all this. He pulled that report out. He's running like his hand was like a freaking computer, man. Excellent. I'm with a partner. We had a great time. Okay. This guy was the opposite. Okay. So now, so couldn't figure it out. Okay. One night we get behind a car and I said, run the car. Okay. He runs the car. Comes back stolen. Okay. Okay. The car's stolen. You know what to do? Yeah. Okay. You're going to be out first. You ready to go? Okay. Fine. I'm already talking to him. Okay, I'm trying to, knowing what he's the last 2.5 weeks that he lacks in things. I'm trying to say, you ready to go? I'm ready to go. Okay. Fine. Okay. Fine. So I said, give me a backup. Okay, because we had radios. At that time, I think we had radios on our hips now. So call for backup. Following the guy. Well, he sees us. Okay, he sees us because he takes off. So now we're in pursuit. Okay, and he's almost frozen over there. Okay, find out later on, he never had one before. 4 months. Okay, that tells me either he's extremely lucky they didn't have to go on a vehicle pursuit, which is unlikely, or he worked with guys that didn't want to do anything. And that's probably what the answer was. In fact, I know what the answer was because I know the guys he worked with, we call them drones. Okay, I call them drones. Look up drone encyclopedia. It's someone who benefits from the works of others. Okay, something like that. Someone that doesn't do anything, impregnates a queen one time and then die off in the bee world. Okay, so, okay, fine. So then he's over there like hanging on. I mean, he might as well be a passenger. He might as well be a civilian on a ride along for what he's going to help. So I'm yelling at him. Okay, we stop. You're going to be out first. You're going to get him. I got him. Okay, fine. So the guy goes around, he goes into someone's driveway and slams into the parked car in the driveway of some residence, and he bails out. I turn the car on purpose. I'm getting out, and I start to run, and I don't see him at all. I don't see him in front. The crook ran this way, should have ran right into him. Then I see him running over this, and I'm trapped because the car, what happened was I came up in the driveway halfway, not to be blocked. He hit the car. I bailed out. And the suspect's car rolled back and tapped my car. So I have to jump over the cars to get where he's going. And I thought my partner was with him. And as I jump over the cars and go and start to run, he's standing right there starting to run. And I'm yelling, what the heck are you doing? And I'm running and he's looking at me like, well, I don't know what we're going to do. Oh my God, there's a suspect. He's still, as far as I'm concerned, he's still loose. 40 years later, he's gone. Okay. He's seen me running eastbound, he's gone. So I look at him, I get the radio, I go, suspect this and that, and, eastbound, male black, whatever the description I gave out. Okay, Roger. So helicopter comes over. Some units are down there trying to find him. And I think he was near his house because all of a sudden he was gone. And the sergeant pulls up. What happened? That good sergeant pulls up. What happened? I said, I need to talk to you. And I told my partner, we'll go over there and start impounding the car. Can you do that? Yeah, I can do that. That's a rhetorical. That's a dumb question, but no. Starts doing that. So I take my supervisor over to the side and I tell him everything I told you. He goes, oh my gosh. I said, I know. I'm telling you. I don't understand this. He should have been on him like white on rice. Should have been right there. I'm too late to catch the guy. He's already 3 yards down. I'm not going to catch a guy like that. He's running like crazy. I'm too old for this. 40 or 30 years old, 32 years old. No, it ain't going to happen. I got a kid here that's 22 years old, full of right out of the academy. Okay, so that's the first part of this. I'm running out of time here. So that's the first part of this recruit. Okay, and hope you enjoy it. We'll see you next time. Okay, bye bye.